Now we have the movie Abigail. This movie is probably the most fun I've had. This is one of the movies where I've had the most fun in a cinema. This movie is bloody as hell. It's funny. It's got a great cast. All of the characters are really likable. Well, even the characters that aren't likable. Well, basically the characters are very well. The characters are good. This movie's bloody. It's just, this is a great time. You know, this is probably maybe like my third or second best theatre cinema experience. After No Way Home or Top Gun Maverick, I think. So this movie's great. I had such a blast. This is like a love letter to horror fans, maybe you could say it in a bit way. Only thing I don't like, yeah, I just want to say great supporting cast, cast is great, the blood is great, the creativity was movie is great, the premise is great, the story's great, it's just such a great movie. I'm not a big fan of the third act though, and compared to the first half of the movie, the third act is a bit silly, it's not as serious, the third act, the story was just a bit all over the place in the third act, and it was a bit silly, I didn't really like the third act. It was okay then. I guess it was okay, but it's not that big of a negative. And then last negative that I think I've got is the comedy. Sometimes the comedy, even though the comedy is pretty funny sometimes, it sometimes it's just not funny. Sometimes it feels a bit lazy, But overall, this is a great movie in my opinion. I think it's a really good movie. It's just my type of movie, and I had a really fun time in the cinema. If you guys can see this movie in the cinema, I really hope you do. Or just watch this movie with your friends. It's so fun, I really like this movie. 4.5 out of 5 stars, and a 9 out of 10. If I go with IMDb rating, I guess.